Hello everyone, and welcome back to Conquest. Today, we're unlocking Phase Fabric. At least that's what I think. I'm going to go for Impact 0078 today because this one right here is to capture Impact 0078 in research. I think this is the Phase Weaver. Now, I don't know. I feel like it should be up here above the Surge Smelter, but I am not sure about that. We can go ahead and unlock the Disassembler, though, and that does not look like it unlocked anything, so I had a suspicion that it was up here, but it looks like it isn't, so I bet this one right here is the Phase Weaver. Now, why is that under the Spore Press area? I have no idea. Plus, there's a couple other things that we get from unlocking Impact, which, assuming it's Phase Fabric, we get the Phase Conveyor and Conduit, some more logic-related stuff, and if we get Impact, we also get the Overdrive Dome, which is right here. Well, no, I guess it's just the Overdrive Projector. The Overdrive Dome is the big one, which we're probably not going to unlock. At least yet. We also will get the new solar panel. We should get the new phase walls. That sounds like a plan to me. Also, I'm going to go ahead and unlock the Oxino in research and also the Sayursi because we have them both available. Unfortunately, to get tier 4 units, we have to capture Overgrowth as well, so maybe we'll do that one afterwards. But also, I've kind of been eyeing up Extraction Outpost because that does unlock us this thing, which I think is the launch pad. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is kind of in the distribution section of the tech tree, so maybe it is. I don't know, but we're doing Impact 0078 right now. Also, I do want to get a bunch of Surge Alloy saved up, because we are going to need some. I don't really want to dump a whole lot of it into research, but I guess I could. There really isn't anything that I need particularly, like right immediately. Surge walls would be nice, but I just don't think I want to spend the little Surge Alloy I get on walls when we could just mine thorium and use that instead. We'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and head into Ground Zero real quick, speed up some time with the time control mod, and grab us some Surge Alloy. 10,000 should be enough to launch over, and I guess, real quick, let me just go ahead and unlock the Surge Wall just in case we need it, and maybe also the Surge Tower if we need to do long-distance power transfer. That would actually be kind of nice to have. Okay, I will leave the, well, no, Logic Processor actually just isn't any Surge Alloy. I will not get the Hyper Processor because that takes Surge, and I will not go for Meltdown just yet because we don't even have enough. Okay, you know, maybe I do want to get the Meltdown. Hold on. Yeah, I do want to get to Meltdown. Ooh, we could also get Foreshadow. I'm not going to be getting that one. I will just stick with Meltdown. Foreshadow, we don't really need just yet. That's going to be a much later type of thing. And there we go. Now we can finally go ahead and launch over. I am going to bring this core. Let's just make sure that we have max of every single resource. Let's do this. Alright, go ahead and pause here. Let's throw up this unloader that I keep forgetting to put into the core schematic. And it looks like we are kickstarted already. Oh, also, I did see a comment. Someone asked how the combustion generator wasn't blowing up. I'm specifically putting in pyrite. If blast compound goes in there, it blows up. Pyrite does not do that, and I think is actually more efficient. Yeah, 0.16 per second at 140%, so actually combustion generators with pyrite is not that bad. Huh. But yeah, I'm basically just using this to kickstart the rest of the base until the differential generator turns on, and then we actually get some units going. So there you go. Set your combustion generator kickstart to pyrite. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the sector. It looks to be quite different. It's very similar, but I think it's different because I used to have the defense over here, and I don't think all of these like walls in this area existed. I could totally be wrong in making this all up. Oh, hello. Imagine we get that from this sector. That would be so nice. But it looks like the drop zone's up here this time, which is actually better because then I can put probably just a thick wall over here and then just have my actual defense kind of in this area. Gives us a lot of space to work with. We do have some water available and thorium for ammo, so we might end up using fuses this time because I haven't used them yet. They just use thorium as ammo. They do have a short range, but they do a lot of damage. So maybe fuses at the front, cyclones at the back, and we'll have a single meltdown, maybe covering, maybe just two of them to cover the wall here. Or I'll put in little indents so they all funnel into the middle and get hit by both meltdowns. Sounds like a plan to me. Okay, anyways, sector review, there is... right, I remember. The problem with this one, there's no sand here. We do have very large veins of everything else. We've got lead, we've got copper, we have got some titanium, we've got a lot of thorium, a lot of coal to go around, and am I mistaken, or was there little thermal patches around? It looks like that is nuclear production, not impact, so no thermal, no oil, and no sand. That is the real kicker here because sand is very important to make silicon, so oof. Probably going to have to set up a couple of pulverizers. Is that what they're called? Yep, pulverizers to bash up some scrap and turn that into sand for our silicon needs. Since there's no sand, tiny bits of water, no oil in that, I think I'm going to give this one 6. Nice. Okay, let's get to work. First things first is probably going to be power again. What do I want to do for power here? Actually, I wouldn't mind doing some differential generators. We've got plenty of titanium to go around. You know what? Let's do that. Okay, differential generators. Also, one thing I want to do. I keep forgetting to do this too. Set this. Oh my god, I'm still making Horizon. Bruh. Oh my god. Okay. I need to go switch out that core schematic and actually make it good for once, but okay. Anyways, Pyrite, let's do it. 4 Pyrite mixers can run 11.02 differential generators, so that is what we will do. And yes, I'm still using zippers. Literally fight me, I don't care. Now, I realize that I've spent so long building the power that I haven't done defenses yet, so why don't we go ahead and do that? Things that we want to defend, the core, this thing, and the soon-to-be power setup. So, let's just go ahead and run some conveyors up to here. Now, I have no idea which way they're going to be coming from, so I'm just going to put some turrets up basically everywhere. If they somehow manage to walk all the way around it, then that's on me, and whatever. Okay, let's continue working here. And yeah, I'm gonna do this, and none of you are gonna complain about it because I said so. And let's just make sure this is extra defended. So now we just need to get our cryo fluid. Each one of these takes a whopping 6. We have 11, so if we had 10, we have 60 plus 6 is 66. Each cryo fluid mixer makes 12, so we need 6 total cryo fluid mixers. That was a lot of 6s. 6 cryo fluid mixers. Yes, I'm using this Tableau schematic. No, I don't care. And this should take a whopping 3 titanium, which is actually not that bad. We can just simply put a couple drills down like this, and in you go. And I would like to get some water over here. Luckily, we do have this impulse pump right here that has just been supplying the entire area with water, and will continue to do so. There we go. That should be our cryo fluid mixer. We are going a little overboard on the titanium, but that's fine. Okay, let's run this up here, and we can actually have some power, and then we can start building defenses and ammo and things. You know what? I'm kind of lazy, and I don't want to have to run a conveyor line. Let's use a mass driver. These don't take a whole lot of power. I mean, it's 105, but I think that only activates per shot, and only on the sending one. I totally could be wrong here, by the way. I'm making this all up, but might as well use it, though. I haven't done that yet. And we will send it into there. And now we have power. And now we should probably make some actual resources and defenses and things. Now, right, I was going to do fuses, so we can probably just go ahead and fly up here and make some defense. First things first, though, we should actually, you know what? Let's go mine some thorium first, so we can use that for, you know, defense. And there's a lot of it here. Holy. And send that into the core. Okay, there we go. We've got some thorium. I'm using some plastinium. We do need to be a little careful of our resources. We probably need to start getting some more things. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. We've got the power to go around, so let's grab some titanium. All right, that should be a little less than 10 titanium. That should be enough. Now, we do probably need to get some silicon soon. We are running out 2.4K. Why did that just go up? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we're going to have to get silicon at some point. Probably put that either here. Actually, yeah, right there. But we need to get our defense for that first. So let's go ahead and throw up our fuse wall now that we actually have an income of thorium. Now, here's the thing that I don't know. Since we have the unpredictable AI on, are they going to try to go for this at some point just because I've put up defenses down here? That's what I'm not sure about. I could also just leave a hole in the wall for them to always go through, but I'm not really sure. I don't know what we'll do. If we did something like this, and this could be the weakest point in the wall right here because of this block, and that's where we can put all of our defenses. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, we actually probably need to mine some thorium to put into the wall here. I mean, crawlers, they're just going to blow up, so that's not going to be so bad. Okay. There we go. Okay, we've got fuses for days. Hopefully the air defenses won't skirt around this, although I feel like they might. They might just go like this way, so we probably want to get some more over here, but let's go focus on getting graphite and silicon now because we are starting to run out. And also, let's just do this. Share all the water between everything. We've got plenty to go around. Let's get some graphite. And there we go. Graphite's done. That's pretty easy. We actually, is this one even on? Doesn't have water. Uh-oh. How did you guys make it through? Okay, they did go around like I thought, so we're probably going to have to put some fuses right here along this wall. Yeah, I'm fine with doing that. Okay, and there we go. That is all of the graphite that we have. Now, you have probably noticed that I am leaving some gaps in between the walls here. That is because I can run ammo up top or below and then run coolant on the other side. And also, it looks like I didn't even plug in the graphite correctly. That is not a surprise at all. And I can't even make any more because we don't have any. Wait, these take graphite? Wow, they do. Okay. I would like to see some air units, but I guess that's probably not going to end up happening. So I guess we could focus on some silicon now. We are going to be needing a lot of that. Now, we do have some lead over here, so I think it might still be worth doing the old silicon crucible here. So maybe just chucking in a couple of these and we'll be fine. Yeah, that'll probably be all right. Now, unfortunately, there is no water near here, but we can just do this. Now, these do not take a whole lot of water, 4.8. These make 6.6, but they do have a boost, so this might be enough. Not really sure. Now, usually the reason I don't use water extractors is because 90 power for 6.6 water, kind of horrible, when we can just use 18 for 48. Much better ratio, but if you don't have water nearby, they are kind of useful sometimes. And now for the fun part, sand. This is going to be rough. Okay, there we go. We got some silicon coming in. Now, I believe these do not make more than... Oh, they do. Oh, dang it. It's okay, you know what? I don't even care. We're losing 1 silicon per second because I'm too lazy to upgrade the belt. Man, those guys are moving kind of fast. What's going on there? Okay, anyways, so defense is holding pretty strong. Let's also go ahead and grab up a couple of containers and maybe just a vault or 2. Now, I would like to do the plastinium unloader thing, but there really just isn't enough space in here for that because of all of these like just random blocks everywhere, you know? So this will have to do for now, and I am also just gonna probably do a little bit of this. We'll do a little bit of that so we can spread the ammo out through everything. Let's go ahead and get a couple more fuses down, and there we go. Okay, so this should hold it for at least a little bit. Here we go. This is where the air units are coming from. They'll get absolutely rinsed. And looks good to me. Okay, and now let's go ahead and get some water into everything because we have the ability to do so. There we go. Now everything's got some coolant. This should last for at least a little bit. Now I guess we can probably start increasing production of some of the things that we still don't have. Maybe we get a little surge factory going, although I don't know if that's going to be really worth it or not. Also, I really did choose the worst place to put the silicon factory because there's nowhere to like run a plastinium conveyor. If I can get it down to here, then I could do it, but I just don't know if that's gonna work. Whatever, we're losing a little bit, it's fine. It looks like we got some... Oh. Yeah, hold on. Maybe the plastinium is the next thing that we want to get. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad idea, you know. Over here seems like a pretty good place, and I'm going to use the oil extractor because 200% efficiency on shale is quite nice. So that'll give us a whopping 30 per second. A plastinium compressor takes 15, so we can run 2 off of that. Wow, that's actually ridiculous. Now, how much sand did this take? 1 per second, so probably just a little pulverizer right there. Get some water on that thing. That'll make us enough sand for anything we need. There's got to be water around here somewhere, right? Surely. No, there's not. I might just take some water from here. We got a lot of titanium over here. All right, so turns out we have about 11 titanium, which is almost enough to run 6 plastinium compressors. So let's do that. And yeah, I think we're going to go with the spider distribution method for this one because it's funny. And we will output our plastinium right here. Sweet, we should be getting a whopping 5.5 per second, which is not too shabby. That should be enough to fund the construction of some walls, which is the whole reason I'm doing this. Silicon and graphite are still kind of low, but that's just because we're not making a whole lot. 17 out of 45 on the waves. Got some horizon coming in. They didn't last very long. I think we could probably go ahead and skip some waves here. These fuses are going to hold up just fine, at least until wave 30. And, I mean, there is a couple things that I could be doing, like getting surge alloy, but I don't know if we really need it, you know? We have 6,400 left. We haven't used, like, any. The only amount that I use is I put a surge tower right here to connect to the core grid to the initial startup. But now that that's done, we really don't have a use for surge yet. We could use it as ammo, which I probably will end up doing. But we haven't got to that point just yet. So actually, you know, maybe I'll just throw in a smaller, maybe just 2 surge smelters just to get a little bit going. Yeah, I mean, we've got the resources for it. We totally could just do that. Let's just do that. We'll throw together 2 smelters, maybe 3, and then we'll just start skipping through some waves because this is not that hard. Now, I could use my blueprint, or I could just do this, and then just have unselected unloaders right there, and then I just run the output of each of them like this. That would also work. Now, usually the reason I don't do this is because A, I don't know the speed of unloaders. It's 11 per second, so that is either a little faster than titanium conveyors, or the exact same speed, it was just never updated. But if you need to have extremely high throughput, you need to have a lot of unloaders. So that's why we're going to go with 3 here, and that should probably be just fine. So now I can put inputs into any single one of these, and it will still get distributed everywhere. So that is kind of convenient. So let's go ahead and grab some copper, some lead, some titanium, and some silicon. There's no way. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that somehow. We'll deal with that later. Okay, there we go. Now, for silicon, I just added another crucible over here and increased the production of all of the resources except for lead, which I forgot apparently. There we go. Now we should have enough lead, and there we go. Silicon has been provided. Don't even ask what I'm doing here. I don't even know, but we have enough, so it's going in and getting turned into surge alloy. Very nice. And now we have to get it through this very complicated area here. Mass driver. And into the core you go. Okay, anyways, we should probably beef up our defenses now. I'm going to put in a meltdown because I want to, and it's going to go right here. Let's also ammo this thing up with some surge walls. Let's get it its own tank of water, and that should be pretty good for defense. Now, the only thing that we don't really have is air because they really like going this way and they keep blowing things up, so could use some blast compound, cyclone, and actually I'll probably just do that. Let's just throw in about 10 of them right about there, and I'm just going to run that from the core. I don't think we're going to be needing too much air defense considering the fuse also do air, so I don't think it's going to be that bad, but I will get a little box over there and we can keep spreading that around if this starts getting way more difficult. Okay, so that should probably do it. This will probably hold, so let's just go ahead and skip through some waves. Okay, the moment I say something, we got 4 Zenith. Okay, bruh. Now, they should get obliterated. Okay, not surprising. Let's wait for the menders to mend, and then, yeah, we'll just skip through some waves here. Okay, so as you saw right there, that is an Antumbra, tier 4 air, and that's a little concerning because they are probably going to spawn this way and head this way. So we may want to beef up this area down here, throw in some more cyclone everywhere, and then just start throwing up some walls everywhere. Now, I do have surge alloy available now, so I might just use some surge walls because they do have the highest health out of any wall, 3,680, which is like 200 less than the 4x4, and it's a 2x2, so yeah, very good walls. And I'm even gonna go ahead and throw in another meltdown right here. Maybe we just throw another one down right here. Yeah. Again, I don't know how strong tier 4s are gonna be. I mean, I've only fought a Vela, and we're on eradication difficulty, so I'm a little worried if you can't tell. But if this can't hold, I don't know what will. Okay, one wave to go. We've got a bunch of the crawler class, and just because I think I can do it, I'm going to unlock Foreshadow. I'm going to put one of them probably right down here. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good place for it because it's already kind of defended. We can put some extra defenses there. Swap that out like so. We are going to need to get some water cooling into here, which I think I might just take a dedicated water cooling line. And now let's go ahead and respawn back at the core, grab some surge alloy. 70 should be enough. I'm not going to run a line over here. This should help with the impending doom that's about to occur. Man, that thing takes a lot. Okay, 40 rounds. Now, is it shoot 1 each? I have no idea, but we're about to find out. Let's see if we can take out probably 2 Antumbra with this defense. I think we can. I think we got it. Yep, there's only 2. Okay. Now, it is kind of strange that there is 4 waves left, so that's a little concerning. Not sure what to make of that, and why are they going this way? I don't know. That's the side that I did not put extra cyclones. Oh dear. Luckily, they're going straight into the fuses, though. So I think we're going to be just fine. Okay, well, I think I over-prepared a little bit. In my defense, I thought they'd go down this way. And this thing has already used all of its ammo. That is ridiculous. Okay, well, let's clean up these last waves here. And here we have the last wave, 48 ground enemies. This is not going to be a problem at all. Okay, this was way easier than I thought it would be. This is like comparable to tar fields, I bet. Boom. Sector captured. Yep, that was not even that bad. Okay, definitely over-prepared a little bit. Well, a lot of it, but that's alright. Okay, now, what did we get in research? The whole reason we came here. Yes, okay, boom. Phase Weaver. Perfect. Am I going to build any here? Absolutely not. There's no sand. We're going back to tar fields for that. But let's also take a look at what else we got. Not a whole... Oh, it was the force field. Okay, well, let's go ahead and unlock that. Oh, it's both! Force field and overdrive projector. And overdrive dome requires desolate rift. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, wait, also, hold on. I didn't even read the lore tab here. Here lies the remnants of the interstellar transport vessel that first entered this system. Salvage as much as possible from the wreckage. Research any intact technology, which does include the phase weaver and the overdrive projector, but not the dome, which is weird because the dome is actually the one that's here. Okay, whatever. Anyways, let's head back to tar fields because this is our production sector. Let's go find some thorium, like right here. Probably going to slap down an overdrive dome on this so we can get more. This gives a 50% speed increase. If you feed it some phase fabric, it gets it a 75% increase. And then let's go ahead and make some phase fabric. And actually, funnily enough, looks like we're running out of power here. So I think it might be time to double up. There we go. Power has been restored. Let's get some actual phase fabric now. And there we have it, phase fabric. Absolutely beautiful. What can we get with that now? Get the phase conveyor, phase conduit. We can get the logic displays. Ooh, there's a tiled one. Oh, right. Yeah, I saw that. You can make like borderless ones now, which is pretty cool. We can get the next solar panel. We can get phase walls and segment. And once we capture overgrowth, we can unlock the tier 4 constructor and the tier 4 units. Very nice. Now, another thing I'm going to do, since we actually have power now, I'm just going to overdrive the whole thing. So this is going to be 50% faster, making us more phase fabric. I don't think I'm going to need any for the next sector that I'm going to do because it's still a high threat. The question is, which one? I'm tempted to do overgrowth, mostly because we get tier 4 units from that and we could use those in the other sectors. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll go to overgrowth next. Now, I'm actually going to make a smart decision this time, and I'm going to read the little lore page before going there. Overgrowth. This area is overgrown, close to the origin of the spores. The enemy has established an outpost here. Build base units, destroy it. I'm building tier 3s because I can. All right, go ahead and bring max resources. I am going to bring the 90 pieces of phase fabric that I've managed to build up, and let's do this. Okay, well, a couple of interesting notes. First things first, this is already different, and I have a whole bunch of equipment given to me. How convenient. And let's take a look at this sector. Also, it appears that we will need to do a little bit of rerouting. We have water, we have coal, we have lead, we have black sand, we have a lot of spores, plenty of water to go around. We even have thorium here. And yeah, this is definitely reworked. This is a completely different looking sector than what it used to be. Interesting. I kind of like it so far. It's more linear. There's not a lot of options and there's a lot more space to work with, which is quite nice. And I do also like the kind of old building style things, right? Because, you know, it feels like there used to be a big building right here. Anyways, how's the base looking? Ooh, wow. Okay, looks like... Oh, wait a minute. Naval's on the table. Because there's a river that goes... Oh my... Wait a minute. Can I get all the way up to their main core? Oh, I totally can. Also... Looks like they've got a tier 3 ground factory. Looks like that is going to be making archaeods. Okay, so this is a lot stronger, but it seems to be weak from air or naval or both. So maybe we just go tier 3 boats? Ooh, hello. They are launching thorium somewhere. Okay, I don't know where, but that is interesting. Okay, well... A lot of options. I like... Ooh, there's... Oh my god, there's oil here too? What? Nah, okay, this is actually going to get some decently hot... There's a lot of oil here. Okay, I mean, this isn't really missing anything. The only thing this is really missing is thermal and space. I mean, there's a decent amount of space, but not a whole lot. But yeah, this is like really, really good. I think I'm going to have to give this not... Very high score, all things considered. Way higher than the old overgrowth. We have a lot of things going here. Okay, we should probably get to work. So we are going to need power. We are going to need resources and units. Now, I would probably like to claim a little bit of terrain. And I think I'm going to go with... Do I want to do ground attacks? I feel like ground attacks is the hardest to do here. We really don't have any good tier 3s yet. I mean, all the tier 3s are good, let's be honest here. But what do I want to do? Maybe we could do Quasar. I haven't really... Why can they mine beryllium? I don't know. Okay. I mean, we should... You know what? They don't have plastinium in here, do they? No. I mean, decent amount of ripple, a lot of salvos, but they're running on copper. Yeah. Honestly, let's just do Quasar. I don't think I've ever even used Quasar. Okay, but before we do that, let's get some actual defenses getting built up. I'm going to wall it off here and here. I think we've got plenty of resources in this area here. I shouldn't be stretching myself too thin by doing this. Probably put fuses up as our defense because we have some thorium available right here. There's a lot of spores down here. We've got water. There's almost nothing else down here except for this coal vein. Let's just put a bunch of steam turbines down here. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. 5.5k. That should do for now, and if we ever need more, we know where to go. Apparently, we also have a dagger factory, so we can use those to get them up there, and then if I select everything and then actually select poly, set them to assist player, and let's go build a defense. Fuses, water pumps, mender, overdrive, thorium, and then simply run the extra thorium we are now mining into the core over here. So that should be good for the east defense. Now we need to do the north defense, and I'm just going to simply take a router off of this thing, send it over here. Now I have no idea which way they're going to be coming from this way, so let's just kind of stagger these. Okay, and that should be defenses done. Now we need to probably start producing the resources we're going to need to build the units: silicon, lead, and titanium. Now also, how fast do these get built? That is the question. Novas take 40 seconds. Additive reconstructor takes 10 seconds. Multiplicative is 30. I think we could do the 4 to 1 to 2 thing again, and it would just be a little bit inefficient on the tier 3s. Yeah, let's do that. Now the other question is where am I going to put this, and the answer is right over here in this decommissioned area. Oh, they have a flare factory up there? They do. Okay, so that's probably why we have daggers. So let's get a little bit of those built up, and then we can go push that. But for now, let's also get this going because we are going to need this. We're going to need a lot of silicon. Okay, and there is our silicon factory down there. It's going to first go into these guys and then overflow into the core. And now the flares are going over here. This is not a surprise at all. Can I defend this? This is my own fault for not building defenses. What are you guys doing? Okay, let's get that repaired. Let's come up here. Let's build some more fuses. Or maybe instead of that, I just run some these over here. Yeah, that's probably going to be a good idea. Now we need to get titanium, which we can get from right here. Now we just need to get the glass and graphite. There we go. And we'll just send that over here. Wow, looks like we got a lot of flares. Okay, now I would like to try to take out these duos here, which actually we may be able to go do. Yeah, because it looks like they're kind of out of ammo. So yeah, let's just see if we can get rid of these. I'd like to get that flare factory taken care of. That's like the only reason I'm doing this. Okay, those daggers did not do anything. Also, wait, I can just do this. I probably should get units being produced first. I don't think they're being produced just yet. Wait a minute, they don't even have a... I'm gonna try to build something under fire. There we go. Okay, flare factory's been taken care of. Now we don't have to worry about it. Okay, there we go. Now it looks like we do have some Novas as well coming over here. I don't think they will, Oh, they're just gonna sit there. You know, I respect the grind, but also... And that will be unit production up and running, except for glass, which I've still forgotten to do. Glass is gonna have to go up in this corner over here. Okay, and there's glass. Okay, that should be enough. These don't take a whole lot. This is 1.3, so we need 2.6, and this is making 4, so... I think we will be a-okay there. And now we have unit production up and running. Nice! So now we have everything going. Now I might want to move a quasar or two over here. Actually, how much power do I have? 1.2, not a whole lot. Let's grab some batteries. Do we have enough spores for this? Looks like no. And also this one isn't even... There's no water. Wow, there's no water? Wow, okay. I'm actually surprised. Wow, okay. Anyways, that should be a little more power now that it's upgraded. Yeah, so I'm thinking we might want to put a force field over here on the ammo, just in case. Looks like everything I had over here got killed, so good job, I guess. And what's going on here? Why do you not have anything? Silicon is a problem. Wait, what happened to the silicon? Why is this broken? Oh, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can input things into the side, unless that's the problem. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Okay, yeah, I think this schematic just doesn't work, so yeah, let's just kind of rip out the whole thing and do it over again. There we go, that is better. Okay, silicon's been restored, now we can actually have units again. Okay, I'm gonna, as I've said probably multiple times already, at some point, once we have everything unlocked, that does include all of the phase fabric things, I'm going to go make some actual schematics that are actually good. We're not going to use the lines of plastinium. We're not going to use like tileable or anything. We're going to do those like square looking dudes where you just input one side and then everything else goes there. We're going to build one of those. But until that point, we're going to keep working here. Anyways, what is this flare doing? Oh, it's destroyed my lead. How rude. Oh, and we have horizon now. Uh-oh. I don't think this is going to be enough. No. It was not. Okay, yeah, we're at that stage where I've taken too long to get the units up and running that nothing's working. Well, I mean, that's not really surprising. Have you seen the lack of everything around here? And now what's your problem? Sand? Seriously? It's not plugged in. Unbelievable. It looks like everything wants a little piece of that, so I guess we'll just let that happen, and then we'll probably build up maybe like 10 or 15 of the Quasar, and we'll just march them up this way and see if we can punch a hole into their defense. Maybe try to target their multiplicative reconstructor first, and then go from there. And actually, we can use them as defense for now, because we might as well put them up against this wall here, maybe even spread them out so that we can get force fields on the entire thing. Actually, maybe I just want to have them just kind of out and about, you know? Oh, and I haven't even seen them send their boats yet. Okay, I've just upgraded our silicon, so hopefully we can get a little faster of units. Oh, here comes all the boats. Let's see how far they make it. Probably not very far because of the force field. Oh, no, they actually did a decent amount there. Also, how are we doing? 20 out of 24, so how many do we have? 12? Let's actually just go ahead and get these guys pushing out. And it looks like every single other unit wants to attack mine, which is just so fun. Look, like this army of Archaeans now wants a piece of this. Are we serious right now? Let's actually get these guys to go over here and probably target the... Yeah, let's target the router, and then we may have to beef with some of these Archaeid here. I feel like we're going to probably lose a lot of our troops, but that's just how it is sometimes. Maybe their batteries as well, if we can hit them. Yeah, and since they are sending enemies too, that makes, like, all of my units basically die. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do this. We may have to grab an air. Let me see if I can just make a Zenith real quick. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go take this guy, and I'm going to see if I can destroy their factories with it. Looks like this Parallax wants me to get pulled in. Wow, they died. That is insane, dude. How is that gonna work? I don't think we're gonna be able to do this the way I'm thinking. Oh god, okay, so they've destroyed that and killed 2 of my units. That's not good. Yeah, I think I took too long again. Okay, waiting for the Archaeid. Waiting for the Archaeid. Are these guys gonna move, or are they just gonna sit here? Like, what's going on? I can't just wait around this long. Once we get to the higher waves, it's just gonna get harder and harder, but they're just sitting here. See if I can get a Zenith and maybe convince them. Or I can grab some Pyrite and just fly straight in and see if I can burn everything. Alright, well, this is not going to work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Although it did start a fire. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything flammable over here. So I think it's just gonna go out. Yeah. Could also try with blast compound. That is an option. Every single enemy has decided to go this way. Kill those first. These are the ones that always do the most damage. Maybe I should have done Archaeid. You know, maybe I should have. That is ridiculous. Nah, hold on. Yeah, guess what? I'm also making Archaeid now, so maybe this will make a difference. Honestly, I kind of doubt it, but I'm doing it now, so maybe it'll work. Anyways, I think we may have taken a little too long. Oh, there's more of them, dude. And we have a tier 4 in 10 waves. Okay, we might not make it, fellas. Also, am I saying the names right? Oh, those are Sprockets. Archaeid's the tier 4. Well, anyways, now I'm also using Sprocket. Yeah. Oh my, bro. Okay, well, apparently now is go time because they just sent their entire army over here. Okay, let's wait for them to leave, and then my turn. All right, now, do we have enough of them to get in here? We did, but they couldn't destroy it. What? There's no way. Okay, 5 waves to go. I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Okay, so we have a good front line over here. We are going to have to start making blast compound, which is just not enjoyable, but I'm going to have to do it anyway. I don't know where I'm even going to put this. Do we even have enough resources for this? We need lead. We've got some over here. Okay, and now we need to do something similar over here because they are going from this way. Do these things just do no damage? Or do these things just have absurd health? Because, like... What? My units feel so much weaker than theirs. It's kind of stupid. I need tier 4s, but you get tier 4s from here. Okay, so this is going to be fun. I'm just going to... Yeah. I'm honestly just going to line kind of most of this area up here with thorium walls and then just dump a bunch of cyclone over here. Now, plastinium we're also going to need to make. I'll just get some when I need it, whatever. We can just make oil out of spores. We got plenty of spores to go around. Don't know how many of these I'm actually going to need up here because I don't know where the air units are going to end up going, but we do have blast compound now, so we can actually you know, have these ammoed up and not worried about running out. And also, I have all of these guys, and I think I'm going to leave them here because we'll probably need them. Okay, and there we go. Wave 41, we have 2 Archaeans, and they are going to go straight down to the boosted defense, so I think I'll be alright. Oh. No, we're not. Okay, you know what? Honestly, I'm kind of okay with losing this because I don't think we're going to be able to do it anyway because we are so far in that they're just going to keep sending more and more and more Archaeid and we're never going to make it. So, yeah. Oh, we lived. Yay, we survived. Oh, man. And I lost every single one of my Sprocket too, so I don't think that's going to work out, so... No, we can do it. Oh, okay, that is not great. You know, what if we just... You know, I mean, I hate to end the episode like this, but like... Oh, darn it, my core blew up. Ah, rats. Oh, no, we lost. Oh, man, all of that. 42 waves for all of that. Oh, yeah. I don't care. Alright, Overgrowth. I tried to play nice. I really did. I tried to use some, you know, standard, normal, tier 3 units, you know, like the game intended. Clearly, that doesn't work. So, I think it's time to get to, some serious business now. I'm just gonna Zenith bomb this thing, and I don't even care. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to get a bunch of blast compound, which, guess what? Have all my old structures here, just gotta repair them. Just kidding. Turns out there's an enemy base in the way. We'll deal with that in a second. I just gotta rebuild most of this, because it's all derelict. I gotta repair my base a little bit, and then I'm gonna turn this into a Zenith factory. They're gonna fly over here. They're gonna take some blast compound out of the base. We're gonna fly all the way around the defenses, probably this way because I'm lazy. And then I'm going to pick a place that does not have a lot of air defenses, which looks to be right about here, and we're gonna send them down straight this way. Straight onto the core, and blow it up. That's the plan. Let's get to work. Look at that. Looks like we're back in business. Okay, let's go ahead and get these switched over to air factories. There you go. What do you need? Just silicon. How convenient. Looks like everything else is still going in there. Perfect. Cool beans. There we go. Now we'll have some Zenith. Isn't that awesome? And you know what? I'm even just going to make this worse than it already needs to be. I'm going to overdrive this. Now, as for having the Zeniths actually get blast compound, I could do it manually. That's kind of lame and it might take forever. Then again, if I only need one bombing run, maybe it's not that bad. But at the same time, it might just be a better idea to use logic because I'm going to have to start learning logic anyways because we're going to be needing it in the future because of how hard this is going to be. And that's not just a guess, that's just how it is, you know. I mean, even Overgrowth right here, this is quite difficult, so. Alright, how many Zeniths we got? A whole bunch. Good, let's get these all ammoed up. And I'm just gonna, for the first time, do this manually because it actually isn't that bad, and we're still waiting for them to show up anyway, so. Not the end of the world. Now, these do take a lot of blast compound. I am draining quickly, so I probably need to move fast. If this can't do it in one volley, we're going to have serious problems, and I'm not going to know what to do. So let's just hope that this works. And I'm probably also going to send the, like, 10 or so Sprockets that I got, and I'll send them up to distract most of the enemies, so then hopefully, or maybe even some of the turrets, so then we can send in our Zenith. And also, now that I'm looking at it, maybe just sending them from over this way is actually better, because I can distract the salvo, and then I can just send them up like this. Although we do have some salvos here, so maybe that's not the best idea. Or I could go send a couple of these Archaeans to go destroy these. I'm not really sure. But, I mean, if we send them from here, just straight up, then we can distract those and then get straight there. Okay, so I think that's going to be our best option. And it looks like we have all 24 of our Zeniths here. Perfect. They have all got blast compound. I think that used like 2,000 or so. Luckily, we are getting some back in because our ammo lines are full. I'm going to move my drone over here so the polys can get out of the way. I'm going to move all of the Zenith up to right about here. And I'm going to move these guys and send them straight to there, and I'm just going to have them sit there, distract all these salvos, and then I will send my Zenith straight up to attack the core, or maybe just to go here, and then I'll just kind of have them fly back and forth, and we'll go from there. Okay, let's do this. I do want to time this, so... Alright, let's see how this works. Sector captured, and I'm not happy about it. You know, I really did. I really tried to play nice, try to use the tier 3s, tried to, attack on the ground like a normal person. But no, no, no. Let's just throw a bunch of enemies at me and then just repair all the buildings and blah, blah, blah. Fine. We'll do it the easy way. We'll just blow it up. And that's what we did. And it worked. Disappointing, but it is a strategy that does in fact work time and time again, and I have a feeling we will probably still be doing this throughout the entire campaign because it's just very, very effective. Now, of course, once we get further in, we can upgrade to tier 4 and tier 5 bombers, but for now we do have the good old trusty Zenith that still work just fine. Okay, sector captured. Let's go take a look at research. Did we unlock the exponential reconstructor? We did. It takes 24,000 phase fabric. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. Not going to deal with getting it just yet because we need to find a better place to make phase fabric. Huh, a place with a decent amount of thorium and sand. I wonder where that could be. Oh, wait, overgrowth. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and try to find every single batch of thorium that I can and turn it into phase factories. Oh, there must be an oil pit right there that's just on fire. Now, I did just realize I don't have tsunami yet. Do you have to get naval fortress to get tsunami? Wow, okay. There we go, no more oil fire. Okay, let's do this. First thing we need to do is just get more power, so let's just do that. Well, you think that's enough power? Probably not, truthfully, but like I don't even care. We have more than enough. Warbling 6.5-ish thousand. Good enough. Okay. And there we have 3 phase weavers. I don't actually know how much we're making. 0.5, 50% boosted, so that's probably 0.75 times 3, so that is 2.25. Also, just real quick, I'm going to unlock the phase conduit and the phase conveyor because this is a rather cramped sector, so might as well start using them. Now, they do take power, of course, and phase fabric, which I don't have, so we have to wait for this to get to the core, but once we build this, we can actually get the water over to these various places, which would be great. And with the last bit of thorium that we have on the map, this is another 0.8 or something. Now, I don't know exactly how much phase fabric we're making, but we're definitely making more than the, 1.5 we're making in tar fields. So, yeah, that should significantly speed up the research of phase fabric, which is going to be fantastic. All right, well, with that phase fabric factory done, that is going to be it for this episode. Kind of happy that I did manage to take out Overgrowth, a little unhappy the way that I took it out, but you know what, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, or the ball rolls, or the Mindustries. Next episode, we're probably going to go after... Well, I'm kind of thinking testing grounds and extraction outpost. Another waves and another base. I might start out with extraction outpost. No. I think we'll start out with testing grounds, get enough research to make the phase 4 constructor and research all of the tier 4 units, and then we can head to extraction outpost and take that out. But that will have to wait for next episode. Hopefully I don't have to bomb extraction outpost, but with the way things are going, that may have to be what ends up happening. Goodbye.